Say, Stuart, we're doing edited videos. What's on the docket? We're doing
Um,
Are we going to pre-record our drunk live? That'll be a different way of doing it. Is that
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We could do that.
That'd be a commitment,
Oh,
wouldn't
shit.
it?
Actually, it turns out we're live.
What? Huh.
I mean, sorry about that.
I guess we better talk about something, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Carl, what do you think people want to hear us talk about?
I don't know. The red light districts in Amsterdam, I guess, maybe.
Or the Red Angel District in...
Ooh, nice, harsh.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yes,
Good.
and let's disclaimer straight away. We have already filmed and edited and uploaded a Ferengi detailed breakdown, which will be up tomorrow. So tune in for that. We will, of course, address it today because we've now done our formal bits. Now we can just talk away. But that is with the graphics, and that is really interesting. I think we did a good job analysing that. So tune in tomorrow for that.
We always do a good job. In fact, we've been doing a good job for 7 years. Yeah.
Yes, get the plug right there. I like it.
There might be a drunk live video starting 2 hours earlier on Wednesday this week, just because we've been doing this for 7 years.
I keep thinking 5 is the number, but it keeps going past 5.
Yeah. Well, like for our 10-year anniversary, we're going to have to do like a 10-hour live stream or something.
Or get 10
That'd be fun.
guests.
Yeah, that would work.
That's, yeah.
Maybe we'll have 100,000 goddamn subscribers by 10 years.
Let's not tempt fate.
Anyway,
But yes, join us for that. On all times, obviously 10 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. Eastern, so therefore it'll be 2 hours earlier. And that'll be 8 p.m. GMT and 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm excited for that because we're going to look at some stuff and I have to come up with some ideas to find backdated things for us to look at. But if you guys want us to drink and have fun, then you guys will.
Mm-hmm.
That'll go great. That'll go great.
But 70 people here, 38 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Samuel, go share, and I will chat with these fine people about super chats and all that goodness.
Yes, sir, Captain, sir.
Thank you, Commander. All right, guys. Hit that like button. That's an important and helpful way to help us with these lives. If you do want to help us with monetarily or support the channels, that way you can do so by super chatting. Super chat your question, comments, complaint, whatever you want us to say, because we have to read them all on air. So you can super chat anything you want, pretty much, and we will have to read it within reason-ish. I mean, 98% of everything that we get, I'll be able to read, but captain's discretion. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do so that way. You can also join the channel. There's a join button down there. Make sure you're subscribed, obviously. Hit the notification bell icon to all really important ways to show your support for the channel. The algorithm really loves it when you join the channel or support the channel, and it helps us grow as a channel. And we really want to get 100,000 subscribers before I die, which, yeah. Anyway, everyone here is probably subscribed, so you just share the videos around, do all that stuff. By all means, check the links down below. If you want to send us a PayPal, you can do so. Send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. All the information is down below for you guys to check out to do that. And also don't forget that, there's the TeePublic store and the Teespring store. There's a TeePublic store sale coming up soon. I will let you guys know when that is a thing, but as of right now, it is not. But if you want to check out the store anyway and bookmark or earmark yourself some shirts or some merchandise that you'd like to pick up, whether it be a mug or a phone case or any of the awesome things that we have at the store, then by all means do so, and we will really appreciate that, because when the sale comes on, it's 35% off, which is amazing. So yeah, so if you join the channel, don't forget, if you just click that join button, you'll be able to see the different tiers, the different ranks. You can instantly be the same rank as Samuel, and
Who's getting the same rank as what?
I was just talking about joining the channel. You can instantly be the same rank as you, and then go up from there.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah, I screwed up the tiering system. I should have started with Ensign. But anyway, it is what it is. You guys can instantly be commanders. It's very easy to do. So
literally kept us going through the in between time. So, you guys are fab.
But we do have a super chat that rolled in while I was yapping away.
Big and red.
Eugene throws in 2,000 rubles,
Which means he has
is
a big
amazing.
thing to say, and his things are always interesting. So,
all right, here we go. Apparently, I've totally missed first trailer, so I've got 2 trailers to watch. And again, another galaxy-wide threat, another improved species design. Poor Ferengi. 5th time's the charm, I guess. We did a whole video about the Ferengi, which you guys will see shortly. It's 930 years in the future, guys. Lots can happen. Interspecies mingling, things like that. So just relax about the Ferengi design. I know we're all suffering shell shock from the Discovery Klingons, but let's talk about that later. So
yes, what's great about this trailer is that when you watch it, you really can't take it all in. But when you freeze frame it, there's actually a lot of little moments of, ooh, what? Huh? What? And then even more, what? So
and that's what we're here for, because
that is,
we do that and we talk about it.
Yes.
So we'd love to hear your thoughts as well. So while we're talking about it, guys, if you want to super chat your thoughts or ideas, like I said, yeah, we have to say everything you type anyway, within reason. So
I mean, we signed a legal requirement with YouTube. Not every YouTube does it. Most don't, but we were like, we are signing that declaration.
We will read every super chat and not ignore anybody
So
until we get so many super chats in the live, because we have like 1 million subscribers that we can't physically do it. Then that'll be a different situation. But
so I'm going to put a poll up just to get an initial voting. Did you like the season 4 trailer? Simple, easy, may not be that black and white, but everyone has a 51-48. I didn't do math there. 51-49 sort of opinion. So let's see. Let's see what people say. Stuart, what did you think? I also know what you think, so we talked about it already. But for those that didn't watch the video, what did you think? Coming away from, the 4th season, we're now fully in the future. They should have learned all the lessons. The cast should be fully there. They've been past Discovery aesthetic for many things. Should be something. So what do you think?
my thought was it was extremely lackluster, and I was thoroughly underwhelmed when I watched it. And it wasn't anything amazing that I saw that I was excited for, really. Most people got a line. Hugh got a line. Stamets got a line. Tilly got a line. But honestly, we didn't learn much about anything. Even Jet Reno got a line, and maybe spoilers, she might be hurt at some point. Anyway, we don't know. We'll have to.
It's her every season.
I know.
That's her
we'll have to go through this and look at it frame by frame. But yeah, I was just kind of at the end of it. It didn't really excite me. I didn't know what to think. So.
But I we pick and choose what we don't say in our edited videos because we don't want them to be more than sort of 20 minutes. That's why I held this back. I mean, you say all that, but it's a galaxy-wide anomaly destruction threat. How is that not exciting? And the music was actiony, and they showed some action beats, and they showed Book's ship flying in asteroids, and how is it not actiony to kind of grab you? And it's more of a so you can put that perspective across, but how it was trying to be action, it was trying to be exciting, it was trying to be grabbing you with a universe-ending thing. Why didn't?
I mean, it was. Why wasn't it effective? Is because I didn't notice a lot of that shit. I didn't see Book's ship. I didn't see a lot of because they go by so fast. And the moments they dwell on and the lines of dialogue they use, it's kind of like, I hate when trailers are too fast and flashy, because now that I've watched it a few times, I've seen this stuff. I haven't even gone through the stills you've sent me yet, so I'm not even sure what's in them. But I know for a fact that I've seen some things that would, I've seen shit. No, anyway, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, yes, I've seen a few things that I didn't notice the first 2 times I saw the trailer, because it's just blink and you miss it, literally. And it's like, why do they do that? I know subconsciously it's supposed to stick in your brain, but I don't know how well that works.
Well, I think a lot of it is literally designed for people like us to actually go in and talk about it. You feel good finding that one frame, trying to pull, the old on the VHS, pausing it, and then I got it. Oh, look at that detail. There's something to be said for that, you know. And then you have the top 10 Easter eggs, and that at the end of the day, they can pay to promote a video on YouTube, or 15 YouTubers can say top 10 Easter eggs in the Discovery trailer, and all they have to do is post a few fun stills like the Ferengi, which is purely a clickbait sort of thing, but it drives discussion, which is what they want. It's free, we are giving them free publicity, absolutely free. You know, so that's part.
I don't know about you, but if I was making a trailer, I'd want some of my best stuff in the trailer, and not, let's say, the Ferengi. I understand the whole, even, you know, bad media or bad attention is still attention, but you got to add some good stuff in there as well. I don't think the Ferengi was a good choice to put in the trailer, personally.
Well, to a quick tangent, say best things and how trailers are they're designed to create a reaction, right? When I saw the original James Bond, have you seen James Bond, the new one?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll be mildly spoiler vibe, but not real spoilers. So the original trailer was very prevalent, showing the new 007, who's a black woman, and being very disrespectful to Daniel Craig's James Bond, and that was a big part of it, having lines where she's going to shoot him, and it's very disrespectful, and it definitely rubbed people the wrong way, because like this is unnecessary friction that you're just trying to create drama. And then the news story started screaming out, saying that, you know, they just want to make James Bond look like a real wuss, etc., etc. The last trailer release, which was after the pandemic, toned that down a lot, and it was more about the story, right? Having seen the film, that's such a small aspect. It seems odd in retrospect to have had the first trailer be so focused on a secondary character, and all of her mean lines are in the trailer, and they go by so quickly. But that was a promotional tool to get people talking, because they wanted the controversy, because controversy is only controversy until you see the final result and say, oh, that wasn't as bad as we all thought, because there's no context, you know. So Ferengi in this trailer, but that's a conversation starter, but they might know X, Y, and Z in the final. So it's very odd that they want to do these things sometimes to kind of just make reaction, because if it's not, you know, well, it's like with into some expect the season 3 trailer was more implied the darkness of the future, ends up being very positive by the end, which we assumed as us too, etc. But people got pissy saying, oh, it's just going to be, you know, Andromeda again or whatever. So it's tricky, but they want to make those clicks. We all forget about the trailers a few years later, but at the time you need to make that press. So it's tricky.
It's one of those things. They put trailers and DVDs and stuff, and I really don't care. I'll never watch it again.
Well,
yeah. Like, I've already seen the movie. I know what happens. Occasionally, I might go revisit one, but very, very rarely as a special feature. I don't care about the trailers.
I super enjoy when we do the TNG watches. They have the trailers on the Blu-ray, and to see the announcer man next time on. Oh my god, he spoiled everything. God damn it, TNG man. Those are really interesting to see. The 80s and 90s thing.
But we've got a message from Furious Fonz, who's been a member at the rank captain for 18 months. So thank you so much for your support.
Amazing.
I don't mind classic Trek aliens looking different within reason in the far future, but they need to return them to the original look for Strange New Worlds. Yes. Strange New Worlds is, I think, more probably on track with this kind of thing. Plus, it's Strange New Worlds. It's TOS time. So shouldn't see a Ferengi, first of all. Second of all, if you do see one, you know, it'd be like an Enterprise, hopefully, and they wouldn't change the looks. So, yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
We'll see. I have zero faith in that team. I have more faith in the Picard team to keep them consistent, because they're not in the Discovery reboot version of the timeline, because they can't dial back too far from their own art style without admit defeat. And you imagine Glenn Hetrick being told, yeah, just redo what they did in the 90s, and he's like, but I do fancy designs, and they say, yeah, but no, we just want a Klingon, please. But I want to do this. No, just make us a Klingon. Don't redesign it. We just want a Klingon, please. Mm-hmm. But he
add an extra ridge if you want to add something, a flourish.
Because they want to be creative. They want to add their own spin. They want to try and improve what was done before. You know, it's like, well, but that's not how universe works like this. It's a you know, you can do it for all the Star Wars sequels where you keep like, oh look, it's this and this, but. Yeah.
Samuel, I want to do a crime scene procedural, but I want to redesign the humans.
Right.
Yeah. I think maybe
2 penises. Was that done to death with a Klingon?
Oh, that's just stupid, and nobody should ever do that. No,
Buckle
I think
effect.
four. I think 4 ears. Pair on the forehead and normal. Yeah, I wanna make it my own, so people know
And
that
everyone
I created this
talks
show.
in
Yeah,
pig's Latin, just to
yeah,
try and
yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're
cancelled.
gonna redesign humans. Oh, wait
Cancelled.
a minute.
You got one
Yeah.
pilot cancelled.
Anyway, Mark Lawrence throws in $5. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Federation President Mark Lawrence. But will they actually say on screen it's a result of interspecies mixing, or will it be no? This is a Ferengi now. They did this with the Andorians. You need to watch our discussion on it because we go into depth about all that stuff. So
And we'll get back to it in this. Don't worry, we will for sure. So currently the poll, and these are always really interesting. Do you like the season 4 trailer? 86 votes, 49% yes.
I noticed that.
50.
Yeah.
Oh, now 50-50.
Oh, it's 50-50.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it necessarily, but I was because that's like, this is completely unbiased. Like, you do what you guys do. We have no control, and you can't really get the same guess when you just say turn in the chat. Do you like it or not? That's really interesting. And keep voting, guys. So what did I think? I was whelmed. I liked. I mean, it had a very grey blue color palette. There's a couple of alien-y things, but mostly just Discovery and Starfleet stuff that was dark and drab and explosions. It didn't have a life to it. And obviously having another cataclysmic event is boring. And while I like it not being a alien-made event, the twist may end up being an alien-made event. Triggered by this race to kind of be a twist or something. I hope it's just the A plot, and the A plot gets resolved in say 6 episodes. But as soon as Saru said, "Oh, it'll kill billions of lives," I'm like, boring. We just did that. They lost trillions of lives in the burn. All of life in the universe got destroyed in season 2, and we lost millions of people in the Klingon War. It's like it's not engaging storytelling. I think the uniforms look a bit better, and we'll get to those in a minute, but.
Yeah.
If that was the only thing we're gaining from the trailer. That said, though, the only thing really stood out to me is that the Federation captain seemed great. I think it might be one of the best, like Vance was in season 1, a really strong character. Hopefully there'll be no corruption. Hopefully they'll be like classic do-gooder. But that character really stood out. They gave her a lot of dialogue relative to the trailer, but that was impressive, or pleasing at least.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm looking forward to that actress. So, Mark Lawrence, $5. The Andromedans need to come in and smack the Milky Way powers upside the head and tell them to knock it off with the universe-ending shenanigans. Or maybe it's the Andromedans that are causing this gravity well.
Baylock is back! What? Wouldn't that be a twist?
What a twist.
What a twist?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Strange New Worlds finishes production today.
Nice.
Officially wrapped.
Nice. Well, we have 135 people here and 76 likes, guys. We can easily hit 120 likes now. Let's hit that 120 goal. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And keep the super chats coming. Let us know what you think about this trailer. We got a lot to talk about. So,
as you guys know, super chats do fund the channel. So, even a 5, even a 3, even a 2 does come together. So we start off with a rather artistic, symbolic ding. Until it says something about one life one every second is important or something.
Yeah, they redesigned the human eyeball for the shot, and they didn't. It's more reflective now. I don't know.
But we do get a first look at the new tactical uniform.
Not much different than the first one, because they screwed up with the first one and made it too advanced for TOS era. So how do you advance that? Well, move a few things around, minimize it a little bit more than it was, because it wasn't bulky enough as it should have been for TOS.
But yes, we try to make something that's not retro feeling, that's futuristic feeling. I don't know why the Delta is a silver plate with writing on it. That doesn't feel right to me. Well, I mean, it's fine. It just looks like to me not as ridiculous, obviously, but it feels to me like she had an undershirt which she was already wearing off the set, and just like the those big white and red, what are they called? The jujitsu.
Oh, the ambujitsu.
Like they just put on a biker plastic jacket, like waistcoat.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels like they just shoved on a, you know what I mean? That sort of just basic biker jacket plastic.
Well, let's count the blessings though, and there's no split in this delta, thank God. So
thank you, the koala in the sky.
And the great koala.
The great koala has spoken.
Peter Lakako, member for 7 months at the
Oh,
rank of commander,
thank you.
says, thanks for the amazing content for the last 7 years.
Oh, God.
Thank you for enjoying the content for the last 7 years or however long you've been a fan. We really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot.
Oh, and GC Snipes says, Discovery is my favourite Star Trek since DS9. Thanks for the great content. Ah, GC Snipe, can you say why your favourite? Because Lower Decks for us is certainly the favourite.
Mm-hmm.
And would you say Lower Decks over Enterprise in terms of like enjoyment factor? The hard metric, or just sort of
that would be hard to call, but I'd say there's just knee-jerk reaction, yes.
Yeah.
So, but I really like Enterprise now. Really appreciate it so much more now.
Well, in contrast, they at least tried to make Star Trek, like proper Star Trek. They just failed in lots of ways. But yes, GC Snap, put in the chat. We'd love to hear.
Absolutely. And 93 likes, guys. We're still on that road to 120 likes. 152 of you here now, so we got more people here. If you haven't hit like and you're just joining us, hit that like button. And don't forget to super chat your thoughts or ideas. We will read them all and generate some discussion and hopefully have a good time just hanging out with you guys, Trekkies that we love.
And speaking of this, like I said, this Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT and 3 p.m. Eastern, we are going to start a Drunk Live, or Drunkyards we call them, where we are celebrating our 7th year anniversary. I'm sure there'll be some costume changes. I'm sure we'll do some reminiscing. I'm sure we'll have some fun. But as someone pointed out, yes, 50-50 on the poll. I think we need to go back, try it again with a Met option. Give people the ability to actually have a bit more control. So 50-50, really interesting. Let's add a Met.
Surprising, actually. It's surprising.
Very
I thought that'd be a
surprising.
little bit higher for liking it,
Yeah,
honestly.
me too.
So, it's very telling, though.
It is.
All right, well, yeah. 104 likes. We're almost at that 120 now, guys. So, yeah, I mean, it's so great to have you guys here. A lot of people join us in these discussions because they don't have anyone in their life, family or friends that really are into Star Trek. So I don't want to talk to you about it. We love our community. We got our regulars that show up here all the time with the lives. We got a great bunch of people to talk to about Trek. So by all means, let us know your thoughts and ideas and feelings and, you know.
Well, and we also want to be the balanced people. You know, I don't know how relevant the hater channels are anymore. I certainly don't track them.
I don't watch them anymore.
So I've no idea what, you know, you can only do either side so long. We just look at the analytics, and certainly our Ferengi video was very, very, you know, fair and balanced and informative, etc. But yeah, it's an okay tactical suit. It's fine. It's all right.
Yeah, not much else to say about it, really.
And as ever, the new Discovery design, still a great design. I still like it a lot more, and I'm assuming this is the going into the anomaly scene.
I just assumed it was going into Starfleet headquarters, going through the cloak, but yeah, it looks a little too angry for that.
Yeah, 'cause it goes in a thing, and then in a yeah, it's a good shot, and in fact, once you brighten it, like the plating just looks so much nicer. Although it appears to be damaged. The ship, it's got like blotches all over the hull, which is a bit weird.
Are those blotches or are those debris flying off
Or
from entering?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, they're not, because if you.
Well, the third
move
one I
it
think
forward-
has compression artifacts. Maybe, I don't know.
But before it even hits the anomaly, there's damage by the looks of
Yeah.
it. So yeah.
And the way it's like hitting it, that's a great looking effect. It's very, very dark though. It gives me the symbology of like maybe the anomaly sucks the light away from the stars. You know, like it can't. There's a black around it, which we might actually get to later.
Well, it looks like very much like a re-entry effect, something entering an atmosphere. So.
And honestly, I know you said it. I don't know how much like rationale you have behind it, but the way you said they're gonna go somewhere via this anomaly, I think you might be right. I think this visual says to me like a re-entry going. It's not an anomaly. It's actually a dimensional portal or something, and they like well, why would you go into a destruction anomaly later? What's the point of that? Unless it's actually a doorway somewhere, maybe a violent doorway. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good effect. It's I wish, we always want more ship shots, so good more ship shots.
Yes. Sergeant Montgomery, though, $2.
Thank you.
32nd century and no seatbelts. Well, Star Trek, no seatbelts, of course. You have to keep. At least they maintain that. I would assume there could be force fields. I know they're flying around in one shot in a second. So, Dan, I was just reading your message when you retracted it, so retype it. He was making a comment about the anniversary videos and said, "I don't want to be rude or anything, but
that's always a great start."
I didn't really, yeah.
So the poll, guys, vote on the poll. We've now got a lot more options, as in the important mayor one. Please do put. We had 124 previously. We had 68 currently. Much more telling.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting. Please have your voice heard. We'd love to know. We'd love to know. Yeah,
and
cool
Sleepy
effect.
McQueen puts in $5.
Thank you.
We are glad to be part of your Trek family, like the disco trailer. Or he liked the disco trailer. Thank you, Snoopy.
Because every time I feel like I should say, I feel like I can say I like it, somebody says, but do you? It's that sort of trailer.
Well, yeah, when I try to say that I liked something about sometimes Discovery, my own brain says, yeah, but did you really like it? Or are you just, trying to be more fair and balanced than you should be sometimes? And it's like, oh, don't second guess myself. Come on.
Yeah, gut reaction is important. So now we have this very odd sequence where Burnham's being jittered around, forced, her hair is whipping like no one's business. The chair is a weird one. I'm thinking it may, if it's, again, we're assuming if it's travel, maybe it'll be a similar vibe to Star Trek 5 where everything goes a bit weird. Maybe. But there's this ring past her chair. It's not her bridge chair. It's not the new bridge chair. There's weird lights. What the hell is going on here?
I think it's been, well, with the way they have it framed with her in bed with Book, they're trying to make it seem like a dream sequence or a memory or something.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
And I could see it being a
nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could buy that.
And that would explain the ring and just the weird.
Well, why would it explain the ring? All. What does the ring mean?
Well, it's a dream. It's not literal. That's why.
But it's to tell you something, and the ring would have to be something, even if it's the ring of
he
death.
liked it. He liked it, so he put a ring on it.
Oh, that's interesting. Will you marry me? And she nightmares about a ring. God, Stuart.
Ozzy Medeiros, who's been a member for 20 months as Federation president. Thank you very much, Ozzy.
Scary how long I've been doing this, Stuart. This is a scary metric. You guys are amazing.
And he says, I'm from Hawaii, Federation President Skeleton Hands.
In fact, that's going to be his new one. He's just the Hawaiian Aussie says. Oh, no. Well, no. Doesn't quite make sense.
Hawaiian Aussie, aloha. And SWTX Chaser, who's a member for 20 months at the rank of commander.
Thank you.
I don't think these are representative of how long you've been a commander, just how long you've been a member. Like, you can rank up and stuff as well, but I'll just say whatever. He says, we have learned. About what? She's on the toilet. Oh, my God.
Space toilet.
We finally see a Star Trek toilet, and that's why they never show it, because it's so violent a procedure.
It gets a month's worth of your digestive end results.
Oh.
But we get a nice Book and Burnham, and I totally support this pairing. I think they had good chemistry. I hope they don't will they, won't they nonsense. Just have a strong relationship. Both good characters better together, as in the context of the show. Good, great. Continue. All for it.
Yeah.
And then this really strange visual, the Discovery refit with, what does Tilly say? So the dialogue's quite strange. And it's this whole thing, it's this great pull-out. There's like an eye, well, they always use eye metaphors, but it's just very strange. Although, wait, Stuart.
What?
I think the shuttle bay door's closed.
I know, I was going to say that, because it looks like it is.
Guys, they finally did it. It took them 2 years. They finally found the closing button.
Going through a temporal anomaly, it's fine to leave it open. Safety restrictions are fine, but when you go through like actual gravitational anomaly,
I think this is a present for us on our anniversary. Oh my god! Oh my god, the door. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo.
You okay, man? You okay?
So I made myself cry. It's very effective. It made myself cry.
167
God.
people here with 117 likes. We're almost at that 120 goal,
Oh,
but
fantastic.
because we have 168 people here now, I'm going to up that goal to 150.
As you should.
So if you have not hit like, I need you to hit that like button.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so emotional. Samuel, you okay, man?
Look, the shoulder bay door, man. It's important.
They fixed it. They fixed it.
Just the click. Okay, that was the first one. Now the click on. Let's fix those next.
Yeah. Yeah, but the zoom out is pretty impressive. It does look like a gravitational like well or anomaly, and then it also looks like that eye metaphor. It's like that red Terminator eye. And yeah, it's a pretty impressive looking visual for sure.
I don't know if it's metaphorical or not. Given that it comes straight after the other shot, it feels to me as if something like, "Let's go do this mission," because that sort of zoom is not an average thing.
Yeah. And Shannon Nash, member for 16 months at the rank of captain,
Amazing.
says anomaly looks like the graviton eclipse from Voyager.
Yes, yes, it does. But it's has a black hole vibe in general.
Mm-hmm.
Although obviously I haven't got every frame. I'm trying to get a few frames in between, but it's a planetoid which glows red.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got Discovery, then Discovery like becomes really small, and you got the planets. And what does Tilly say over this?
Yeah, I can't listen because I'm on the live, but you can go back and listen.
I will listen real quick.
Now, I know some people said this might be a Vija metaphor, kind of the clouds. I've heard that a few times. We'll talk that in a minute. But guys, please do super chat. We're a bit light already. I mean, great for the poll, but please do put super chats in. We'd love to get at least 4 times this. So even 5. That's what we think,
Life is just a blink. It's a heartbeat in the entirety of the lifespan of the universe. It's not a planetoid that's glowing red because they zoom out. It's a whole solar system, and then there's the sun. So yeah.
Okay, so is that a plan? Is that something they're trying to save from the anomaly or through the anomaly?
Don't know. I think it was just showing scale because you start with Discovery, then it's like really small. Right. You see this solar system, and then the sun, and then it just keeps pulling back. So
yeah, very life is finite audio. I'm wondering maybe if it's Burnham deciding to leave. Well, she's not going to leave stuff now. She's the captain, or maybe do I want to start a family and have a life in the future of the book? Well, life's short. Live it. So I feel like that the twist is there'll be something much smaller than we think, metaphor-wise.
Matthew DeFreitas, though, $5.
Yeah.
Congrats on 7 years, gents. Mike McMahon writing your season 8 for you on Twitter. Is he? That's a question. Yes, we want Mike McMahon to write our season 8 for Trekyards. Absolutely, that'd be great.
He did a great one for the other one. And then we'll just briefly, it is somewhat strange that we've now lived the 7 years of TNG. So once we get to see, we've this is how long it took them to do TNG. Is how long we've been in Trekyards. We now have a perfect point of reference. It felt like a long time, and also it's gone like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it felt like a blink of an eye. It really does not feel like 7 years.
Nope.
Honestly. But Mark Lawrence, though, throws in $5.
Thank you.
Maybe they're entering the Galactic Center, and we'll run into Lucius. Is that from the map? Lucius. I'm not sure what that's referring to, actually.
Yeah, I don't quite know.
I feel stupid. I think I should know.
But no, it's an interesting visual. It's very grand, but yet very nothing. It's weird.
Yeah. Let's see here. Close that.
And Burnham's been hurt. And is recovering.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the main sick bay, because that's a different table than we got in previous. It's not very Federation-looking buttons.
Yeah. And I think there's somebody else talking to her, because the one shot of the over the shoulder, it looks like somebody with a red uniform. Could be Saru by the looks of it.
But I don't think this is well, it might be Starfleet Command, but I don't think this is Discovery. I think it might have been B.
Could be. And
that's Saru.
Grudge.
Yeah, that's Saru.
Get Grudge out of here. I don't give a shit about this cat. Unless this cat has some kind of magical properties or something. Stop with the Grudge thing. Nobody cares. Sorry, that's a little harsh. I'm sure people care, but.
And Jose says, it's the Trekyards movies from now on.
Oh, we gotta get bigger and grander now, do we?
Oh god, yeah. The first one we're in Borg makeup. Second one, I stretch your head back. Third one, we get our clones in. Fourth one, reboot, and we get younger people in. Hey, that's
You're
one.
talking TNG movies. No. We got to go with TOS movies to start because the first one's.
We've had 7 seasons though.
No. That's not how that
That
works.
would have been 5 seasons ago. 4 seasons ago.
Anyway, Tyler T puts in $5. I don't know enough about this anomaly to get super stoked for season 4, but I'm very excited to see some character development. More Owa, please. Yeah, I love Awashika. She's amazing. More of her, absolutely. Less Datmer. More everybody else.
I mean, just give them a Lower Decks episode. Seriously.
Yeah.
A whole episode where she's Burnham's off doing something with the president, and you cut back to maybe 3 or 4 scenes. Just all of the episode of the team. Seriously. That would benefit. But yeah, the cat, I mean, minimally used last season. Use it the exact amount again. Just once or twice. And they get reuses of CG, so who cares? But you get the new uniforms with the whole crew. How do you think they look now then? Because you can see all 3 colours. You can see the red. Obviously the bridge totally unchanged. No repainting, no anything. Even the same, 900-year-old dedication plaque. But at least they got the current uniforms. How do you think they look here? I will get a still from the first trailer. We can compare, see if they've changed the colour grading, because I haven't gone back and looked since.
I'm still kind of torn on the uniforms. I do like them better than the gray ones. And the red I think looks sharp, but only I really like the captain's ones with the things on the shoulders. I think those make them stand out a bit better. I don't know. I'm not totally sold on the uniforms yet, and the fact that they're asymmetrical again, but this time instead of the collar, it's at the bottom. I really like the looks of the red ones and the medical one. The medical one, even the Discovery version, the white is super sharp looking uniforms every time. I just wouldn't want to own one because I'd never be able to keep it white, especially at a convention. But yeah, I think I need more exposure to the uniforms before I can really make a decision on that.
I mean, obviously, I appreciate the attempt to go back to the primary colours in a meaningful way. Appreciated. But the other uniforms, the grey ones, looked so good with the primary colour. But I've got a direct comparison here, because one of the things I said, and obviously a lot of people called out the yellow ones, especially just looking at McDonald's uniforms. So here's a direct comparison between the 2 seasons in the red, and in the uniform as well. I said they probably weren't going to be as bright, because the colour grading seemed a bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
But also you've got the maybe we're getting used to them vibe.
Well, hold on, let me see here.
I mean, but also you got the lighting of the scene. I mean, to me it looks a little bit less dark red. But what does that mean? I mean, that's just being lit a certain way.
Mm-hmm. It almost looks like the zipper is more prominent in this newest trailer too.
Yeah, it's how it's crumpling.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They just look too bold, too bright. And we've compared this to the TNG
they're
ones.
boldly going to the laundromat.
We've directly compared how, even though they're the same in theory of primary colours, the TNG and TOS ones, which are all just one big colour, don't feel as just we're bright. The colours they picked were gorgeous, and these feel a bit too much. It's cool to see all 3 on screen though, like having the variation, the striking blue, orange, and gold and red. Sorry, that's cool, and it's very easy to determine who's who. Whereas in Discovery Corridors, everyone just walks around and you never know who anyone is, because of course you don't. Whereas on a normal ship, you'd see all varying colours.
Yeah. Nick Weeg has a member for 11 months, the rank of commander.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Unis look less form-fitting and like TNG dress uniforms. Yeah.
That's a fair.
Yeah, the length of them definitely speaks to that. So.
I quite like that Detmer's now had her face repaired and the new unit. Less makeup time.
Has she though? She still looks kind of.
Yeah, she's just still got that part of her head shaved rather than the whole side of her head, and she's got a contact lens. But yeah, I mean, she, mostly fine, just not all. Very 7 of 9
Yeah.
Very, very 7/9.
Yeah. John Chanel puts in $10
Oh, thank you.
and says, "I agree, Captain. I'm not very excited about the uniforms either. Yeah, not yet. Anyway, I don't know. I think if they had shortened them up to be just tunics instead of like more formally dress uniform looking, I think I might like them more. But
And Ryan says you were just showing the difference between the two trailers. We never saw this in season 3. Yes, but they often color grade things in between. I mean, the Your outfit was very, very different between the next time on and the final. So we're seeing if they color graded, because one, the first trailer they hadn't even finished filming. Now they've finished filming and they're well into post. So it's more of a, had they changed the two trailers? They often can, but they didn't.
Yeah. SWTX Chaser throws in $2.
Thank you.
Looks like Battlestar Galactica uniforms.
Bit bright for that, really. But they're definitely more uniformy.
The cut, though.
Like
with the collar and stuff, I think is what they
yeah.
meant. Yeah. Captain Chili Bina throws in $5. So thank you so much. Trailer is meh. Uniforms threw me off, but are still way better than original or Nazi-esque from last season. Why is the world always about to end? Yeah.
But speaking of world ending, we have got Vance looking good, and we can see President and Navarian leader in the background. So I mean, they're certainly going to join the Federation. I would assume the first episode, But good to see him back. Well, I'm glad they have the same uniform, so that's going to be still going to have the greys.
And we get the view screen. Now, I don't know about you, but it obviously bothers me. It's the window. That's not what I'm asking. The red alert thing, or the alert thing, has it always bothered you that it's in each corner of the view screen like that and it's so small? Because I think it was really impactful in the movies when it was like on a panel and that was the whole panel or the whole screen was that. Or this, it looks like a little photoshopped in thing, like boop. It doesn't really suit, and it's also not TOS era appropriate actually. So, I mean, they had them back then. So,
I mean, everything about the view screen window is wrong. So, I mean, yes.
All right.
Although, and I said this to you previously, it seems insane. They're keeping the same set pieces because they're flying around in a almost 1,000-year-old design. Not it's old, but antiquated. And you wouldn't see people in the Royal Navy going around in unchanged controls of a, for important stuff, or of a
wooden pirate ship.
150-year-old controls. You would, because there's the easy things to replace. Because now, looking at what they're using, they're not holographic controls as they are in Picard and they were in 4 seconds of season 3. But they've still got all these buttons and glowy things, which now don't fit at all. They should always replace it and just put the whole thing as one big giant green panel, and they just CGI in she's touching things, and the chairs and like they should be changing the bridge or at least repaint it. For goodness sake, it doesn't fit anymore. Especially with the uniforms, they look too contrasty. Now they're wearing modernistic uniforms with absolutely antiquated everything else, bizarre.
Well, the ironic thing is the uniforms now are more colorful, like TOS. Which were more appropriate, would have been way more appropriate for season 1, 2, and 3. And then going to the blue would have made a lot more sense here. Like the uniforms have gone backwards.
But at least the uniform looks modern. I mean, at least the view screen looks modern. Oh, wait. That was a problem the first time around.
Well, Miguel Moreta throws in $15, so thank you so much.
Ooh. Thank you.
He says, I like the duty uniforms. I want to know what you think of the dress uniforms later in the trailer. We will get there. Don't worry.
I like them. That's if you can't be here later. But definitely going to come to that. And I always feel blessed by the amount of uniforms we get in Modern Trek. They vary so drastically, but they're pretty interesting. And they've got a lot of things going on. So I like them. I like them including more things.
And 190 people here, which is amazing, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you get the notification bell icon. And I want to up the I'm not going to up the super chat or the like goal yet because I still have the 150 goal in mind, and we're only at 129. So if you haven't hit that like button. Let's see how high we can get. 175 will be next, but I want to hit that 150 first. So hit the like button, guys.
Mm.
Wouter215 throws in 10 euros. So thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
I like the bold uniform colors, but the throat rank badge kind of kills it for me. Also, what do the 2 bars on them mean? The captain has 4 rank pips to the top right of them.
They mean we're a Starfleet rank bar.
They mean absolutely nothing. Yes.
The Starfleet stripes or Starfleet tick.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
All right. What were you going to say before I read the super chat? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's some Stamets. Now, how much of this season he pissed at Burnham for doing what she should have done and get him off the ship? How much time are we going to waste on that?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, first of all, let's just see what he says here. He says one line, because Vance says, "What exactly is this anomaly?" He's like, "We're not exactly sure." So the trailer kind of makes him look like an idiot because he didn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, yeah, I forgot all about that. Her rescuing him and him being pissed at the end of the season. I think that's going to very, very quickly go away. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. Would be my guess. Probably an episode or 2, and they're going to talk it out. Or Hugh's going to like tell him he's an idiot, and then he's going to go apologize to the captain, and she's going to be like, "What? I didn't even know there was a problem," or whatever.
I saved your life. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't think it's going to last too long.
But as we know, the Stamets character is basically redundant now. The only purpose of the character is to be there as a non-biological father figure to Adira. That's really the only, even as a scientist, he often wasn't useful and didn't actively work as that job. While we like Anthony Rapp a lot, the character certainly has gone past his sell-by date usefulness. Now the spore drive, because if he was like ever tweaking it, improving it, like having some active part of the spore drive, but once he built it, he's never touched it again. Like he designed it, built it, it was flawless from day one. Well, after he did the clamps, like that was it. You need to do nothing else. So definitely a redundant character. Hopefully we'll give him something else. I'm hoping he kind of stays maybe even on the starbase and does science stuff with everyone else, because he's, the only one that can do this tech.
But Jose says, "I would be very disappointed if they just waste that setup." Yeah, I would too. It's a perfect way to cause drama and friction among the crew. And now the other thing we talked about was, are more of the ships going to get the spore drive? Because we do see the ship jump. They said they couldn't duplicate the technology
right away.
Last season.
Yeah.
But could it be that Stamets is working with a team now because they know that anyone from Book's planet can essentially use the spore drive? So you think he might be on a team trying to integrate this into more of the fleet? Because that might be an interesting idea for him, to keep him busy and try to solve a problem. Let's try to get this implemented in other ships.
Well, and not just that, but again, Adira, the science role. If Tilly's not going to be science, Adira's science. But then what's Tilly's role? So everyone's role is kind of getting more redundant in many. Basically, everyone was set up in a certain way in season 1. They've all kind of evolved out of their own roles. So I could, if we've got Vance, who's fantastic, and the president, and Kermac, what's his name? Kodak.
Oh, Kovac.
There you go.
Kovac.
There's enough people on the starbase to deal with that I can imagine. Yeah, he's sciencing there for each part of the season. Would be fine. Would be interesting. Give him a new life. He's or even maybe he invents something else because he's now got all this information. He's spent 6 months just learning.
Spore transporters.
Sporters. Intergalactic sporters. Yeah. Hey, that's. I mean, it's dumb, but it's certainly a logical, progressive step. And it would save the galaxy because then you could just spore, someone to check on a planet. Especially if dilithium ruined the galaxy, they might be saying, well, the spore drive is our salvation. Since no one, Stuart, ever worked out another FTL.
Don't get me started on that shit.
They didn't need dilithium. No transwarp that was worthwhile keeping. They didn't need dilithium. No slipstream. None of that stuff, Stuart. It's all completely not useful.
You got to think. Yeah, exactly. You got to think a spore transporter might be useful, though, because you can transport to any ship pretty much anywhere. So you don't have to worry about, long distance travel and getting somebody somewhere in a certain amount of time. So I don't know, just an idea.
I feel like it'd be one way though. to keep it grounded. Like, if there was a transporter unit...
Unless they can duplicate the tech.
Well, no, sure. Well, they'd have to. But I mean, like, to keep it grounded, it would be interesting if they said that on the starbase, on Starfleet quarters, that's power generator is powerful enough to create a, intergalactic spore thing. Most ships don't have power. Hasn't really made too much sense. It's the future, but, making a limit's interesting.
Tangerine Star 26, member for 14 months of the rank of commander.
Amazing.
Says, yet another season-long universal threat. Oh, well. Yeah. But we have 188 people here, 146 likes. We still have not hit our 150 like goal. But I'm now upping it because I'm disappointing you guys. I'm going to up it to 175. So hit that like button, guys. Let's do it.
And definitely keep the super chats coming. We are halfway to our goal, which is great, but that half needs to be covered.
Yeah. Sergeant Montgomery, $2. I thought they were harming the mycelial network. They were, but that was because Hugh was stuck in it, and basically everything he touched was starting to fall apart. So that's been rectified.
Yeah, a long time
That
ago.
was rectified. If you listen, there's like a line or two of dialogue about it, but it's not really explained too well, and a lot of people have that misconception. So
yeah, they had to get themselves out of a we kill the character situation they put themselves in. Yeah, no, it wasn't a problem, which makes it and because they've never even gone back to fuel once mycelial spores, like it's a completely god tech that has no limitations whatsoever. It can go through time, it can go through universes, it has unlimited fuel. It's completely god powered.
Rebel Poet 71 says, I don't know how you can exert so much effort to make sense of this show and you don't even watch The Expanse, which is brilliant. The Expanse isn't Star Trek, and I really don't give a shit about The Expanse. I mean, I'll get into it. I'm halfway through season 2. I'll eventually watch it all. But it's not Star Trek. Star Trek is Star Trek. There's a long history, whole worlds of canon and universes to so I love it.
Well, we also like the positive science fiction. Like, I'm not interested personally in real rockets, because they're not science fiction enough. They're too slow and too... I like Warp Drive, I like Aliens, I like all that stuff. Not to say Expanse hasn't got aliens, I don't think it does. I like that real future-ness. Not to say the Expanse is bad, I'm just saying for rockets. But as I said before, the Expanse for me is the last great sci-fi I've never seen. That everyone says is amazing. And so once I see it, there are no more great sci-fi that I haven't seen. Which is sad.
Yeah, there will be.
Well, eventually.
They're always making shit.
Yeah, but the fact that they haven't made a great sci-fi, whereas in the 2000s there was BSG, there was Star Trek Enterprise, there was Farscape, there was Battlestar Galactica, there was Babylon. There was so much in a short amount of time, and now there's been The Expanse in how many years? I mean, there hasn't been. Discovery say doesn't qualify, Picard say doesn't qualify, Lower Decks is good, but it's not necessarily that next great sci-fi. So they're not producing it in the same way they did in the old days.
Rebel Poet says Trek is great because you refuse to contrast it with any other sci-fi. No.
Comment.
Anyway, moving on.
And I've seen all the
Kyle
sci-fis. Like I'm more read up on sci-fi than Stuart, just because that's fine.
Exactly.
And Star Trek is easily one of the best. But it does have the advantage of having like 1,000 episodes. So there's what sci-fi has anything near that much? None.
A lot of fleshing out. Yeah.
I mean, remember Star Wars, which everyone thought was the other best sci-fi, only had 6 movies at one point, and Star Trek already had like 600 episodes at that point and 12 movies or whatever.
But Kyle Wong throws in 20 pounds, so thank you so much.
You're amazing, Kai. You're amazing.
What I hate about Discovery is the wardrobe and set fixtures. They are living 900 years in the future, but have some 21st century style clothing and furnishing, i.e. bed or bedspread you can buy at TJ Maxx. Just lazy production. Man.
I mean, it does make you remember fondly the odd TOS red, whatever the hell that bedding was. It felt different. But then you got to think the TNG ones had thoroughly uncomfortable looking pillows. But it was weird, but it was like thoroughly uncomfortable looking. So I'm not really fussed. I mean, it's such a small thing. It makes more sense for a Enterprise era show to have modernistic stuff, but I'm not gonna, well, if they did it, they'll have deltas. I'd rather them having generic bedding than just bedding with deltas on, because everything has deltas on, So I'll take what I'm given in that case.
And Squadra Course shows in
Thank
$2.
you.
Could you make second spore drive with imagination tool? Hey, there you go. There you go.
It doesn't work. Have you tried this? It works. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I don't buy that they can't replicate the technology. I mean, damn it. And the Glen and the Discovery like 900 years ago.
Yep.
So, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not? When you literally have all of the schematics, all of the concept notes, all of the designs, one in front of you, and more advanced tech than people have ever seen, how can you not replicate it? Completely illogical. Completely illogical.
Yeah, I just wanted to just real quickly close out the whole Expanse talk because this is not about. I'm not talking about the Expanse right now. RoboPoet, I don't dislike Expanse. I didn't like season 1. I thought it was boring. Season 2 really grabbed me, but then I got pulled away doing other stuff and haven't revisited it yet. So I'm excited to get back to it. So yes, I'm excited for it, but I just haven't got into it. So I need dedicated time set aside to watch something. Otherwise, it's going to be piece by piece by piece by piece, and it's going to take me forever. So.
And I very much intend to, depending on the reaction, when I eventually do watch The Expanse, probably after it's finished, because I can just do the whole thing. I'll probably end up doing like maybe watch 3 and do a review live with you guys, assuming no one spoils. So I mean, can't read the chat maybe, and just because I know we did that with like Stargate, where you said what you think. Maybe if you've watched it all by that point, I could give my thoughts on say the first 5, because it's such a famous show, and then kind of give you all my review thoughts. I just don't look at the chat at any point because spoilers, and you know, because it's such a big show. You know, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Kyle Wong, £5. Give the spore drive to the Chinese. They'll reverse engineer it.
Or just the Vulcans. I think that might play a part. I think the Vulcans being, I think that'll be one of the twists of the season is that thanks to Navarian scientists, we've now been able to replicate it. And Sam's like, what? Yeah, it wasn't that hard. And they're like, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to Star Trek, which is what we're here to talk about. Star Trek Discovery.
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry, we're not talking about Star Trek. We're talking about Discovery. That's right. Ooh, burn. Anyway. Yeah, then we get some explosions happening in the bridge. Another flashback to her being whipped around with this ring light behind her. So, a premonition of some sort, or something very traumatic that happened to her, perhaps. So,
and just so yeah, we do see Book flying. That's gonna come on later. In that big explosion shot, and there's a brilliant shot later which we have as well. The president is on the ship at this point. So at a certain point, they do go and do something very exploded, but also shows out just how insanely huge the bridge is. I mean, it's embarrassingly big, as we said before, but they just can't help it. Just it's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, they're not. So.
And then you have this other shot of the briefing being destroyed. And they've got these weird blue container things, which I wonder if it's part of it or not. So I don't remember them from the first season.
Well, that's not a briefing room. That's probably a laboratory.
Yeah, no, it was a redress of another one. But yeah, right, it's the science room on the bridge, but not on the bridge. But they're sciencing something.
Wow, that's what they do. They science stuff.
There's also blue stuff on the other walls, and there's blue stuff behind them. So I'm maybe there's some sort of liquid-based chemical thing that's important. I think that's...
Maybe it's new mycelial spores or something.
Yeah.
A new way to power the drives or something.
Well, that might be a way of... Maybe there we go. Maybe the only ship that can go through the anomaly safely is the Discovery, because it can, zone into mycelial dimensional space, but it has to half transition and not fully, and so it can then travel through. That would be kind of fun. Then you get Bookship doing a maneuver, and that's all we see of it. So there you go. There you go, Stuart. Bookship. See, I told you it was there.
Then we get Starfleet headquarters. Everybody, all the captains around the main briefing room area.
This makes me happy, Stuart. This sort of shot.
Does it?
Yeah. It's Starfleet, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we saw how many people there were in the last season. What, 15, 10. This is a packed room. And they're all going to be ranking officers of worth, although I guess we have Tilly as well.
Wow. Holy wow.
But we do see a pretty broad subset. We see Vulcans. I think there's a Vulcan and a Romulan presence there. There's somebody in the... This is a Stamets briefing, I'm guessing, because Vance is off to the side a little bit. You have Burnham on the left. I think that's Stamets in the middle, Tilly on the right, and Saru. So I guess they're going to do a science briefing.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have the grey uniforms as well. So it's a hybrid. And I don't mind if they do say that the new uniforms are sort of symbolic of we're going back into the galaxy, and so all the new ships have these uniforms. But then they're not necessarily make uniforms for every new crew they see. So they might just double back on, well, we have 30 extra uniforms for one, we have 19 of the other. It's like, be consistent.
Core Ross says, guys, it's a spaceship. That means there needs to be lots of space in it. That's why the bridge is so big.
Have you seen the Defiant?
But that's a starship. That's not a spaceship.
Oh.
There's a difference.
And Double Guitar says, Arthur's Round Table. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, this
is the Federation President's next advance. Yes, I believe that's
next
her. Next
Navarian lady.
Yep.
And there she is, the new president. And they've confirmed she's a... I forgot the third species, but she's a Cardassian, Bajoran, something.
Denobulan.
There we go. Wow.
Yes.
Sweet.
See? And look at her. If we didn't get any context, oh, look what they did to the Cardassians. They don't have the neck things anymore. No, she's just a mix, guys. Relax. Chill.
Yeah, the future is a really strong get out of jail free card. Like, you wouldn't accept it in TNG, it's too much. Unless it's like, you're the one outlaw, you were you're the result of a really weird union. It's like, okay, but mega future. Which we are going to get to pretty soon, I'm thinking. The mega future. Dude.
Then we got the Navarian chicklet lady president.
Reused from season 1. Stands out like a sore thumb. Now you have... I'm going to flip this because the text might be more readable. Because these shots I quite liked because they show stuff. In theory.
Well, it says status active.
And everyone's
can't really read much else.
Everyone's got a different symbol and different language. I can't see what the third one is.
No.
So yeah, do you think this is all... Maybe there's like 2 tiers at this point. Now they've got dilithium. Maybe there's the Starfleet member worlds and the protected worlds, where you don't have to be back in the Federation. And so this is a meeting where we get to see like all of like, a lot of aliens. Obviously that's a Discovery alien, but that'd be kind of cool if they like use... Here is 33 aliens that you've seen in Trek before. It's like, oh my god, that's 33 Trek cosmetics we've got to do. Shit! Just episode 2, guys. That could be kind of cool. What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay then.
This is probably, I think this is probably a briefing of like post-burn, what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Welcome delegates from 23 core races would like to join the Federation. Then you get a new Orion.
Well, we get General Grievous, who puts in $2.
Oh my god. General, you've
the
changed.
Uniforms are 2 Power Rangers. Megazord time.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Ooh, yes. Yes, we got another Orion lady girl.
I like the dress.
It's very unique, yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're gonna drop the Emerald Chain concept. I mean, the leadership is gone. The main ship is gone. You could argue it's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
But
I think we're gonna hear like a line or 2 about them, like fragmented, but they're not gonna be a threat or mentioned much. Is my thought.
Yeah, I bet we're gonna get like Emerald Chain warlords that some want to kind of help and some not, and they'll be like, well, we can't go through formal channels, so let's go ask the Chain. But obviously, they were selling dilithium, but I can imagine the Federation might give dilithium away to planets, and once you flood the market with material, that the hold on the galaxy is kind of over. But it'd be nice if we get the positive Orion's too.
And where is it here?
Then we get the image circulating the internet. Now, we're not going to do a live on this, so let's do a thing. So the poll, we'll end the poll. Do you like the Season 4 trailer, Stuart? 176 votes. Yes, 32%. No, 20%. 47% meh.
That's more representative, I think, what I was going into this considering, like expecting, and because the other one, yes or no, was 50-50.
Yeah.
A lot of mehs were either like, yeah, I liked it enough to be like,
yeah,
it's fine, but yeah, that's interesting actually.
So let's end that poll and let's do a poll about the Ferengi now. I want to, because there's a lot of you here, but put in some super chats. Let's hear what you guys think. I would like to know, and we can discuss it as well before tomorrow's video, which have all the comparison graphics.
That's coming up tomorrow about the Ferengi?
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, I'm sick to death of talking about this and defending it.
Which shows how balanced we are, because, the Klingons were universally bad, because they are, but, it's fine.
Devo77X. He's Ferengi with pointy ears. What's the big deal? I don't know. He looks like he might be part Riemann, or maybe it was part Vulcan on his grandfather's side 3 generations ago. And the Vulcan points just carried over. Who knows? Guys, you need to relax about the Ferengi. Fucking terrible, says Shren New York. Oh, that's a good attitude.
Okay, so I've put the poll, and again, guys, we have got great graphics tomorrow. So the next poll is when it appears.
And Andrew K says, I wonder if he's a super old Ferengi. He reminds me of the old Negus on DS9. Watch our video tomorrow. Yes.
So what do you think of the new Ferengi? The poll as stands. We've got love it, like it, it's meh, and bad. Vote now or forever hold your peace until tomorrow. Then you can put in the comments. But yeah, certainly for me, it's not a good looking Ferengi, and certainly looks worse than the ones from DS9. The added detail detracts from it. That's if it was a Ferengi. The fact they've lost the lobe connection is a big. It takes away a big element, and the points of the ears don't look great. However, as you said, if it's a Riemann or even partially Vulcan, I made a joke earlier saying he might say in one, because I mean, if there are now big briefings, right, where Starfleet captains are coming together for the first time in 100 years, he might come in and everyone's like, oh hey, we haven't met before. Yes, I'm Quantec. Oh yeah, cool, Ferengi, yeah. Yes, well, Ferengi on my mother's side, but I'm a Riemann on my, I'm 1/4 Riemann and 1/4 Vulcan and 1/4 Tholian. Don't ask.
Tholian.
Okay, well, good to meet you, Granthek. Yes, hello. I also hate money. What? Nothing. Just so you know. So I think that might be a fun moment, because it can't be a justifiable reboot design, and they did get Andorians closer, they got Mornspiel closer, they got Cardassians closer. This is definitely trying to be something different. If the skin tone is radically different, so I do think it's going to be a thing. And I love the Riemann comparison. I think that's a very apt one. Weird,
everybody needs to focus too on the teeth. The teeth are very human and straight.
Yep.
They're in no way Riemann. They're in no way Ferengi. So again, he's probably a mix of a lot of different things. His DNA is not pure Ferengi. It's pretty simple. 900 years in the future, guys.
Yeah, and while they didn't change the 2,000 years before, like we haven't as a species, that's not how DNA changes so quickly. But once the Ferengi with Nog became more open, more society-based, then you can start interbreeding, and let's be honest, Ferengi's breeding for 1,000 years isn't going to change it much. But if you marry a Bajoran, and that one marries a Cardassian, that one marries a Breen, that one, that DNA pool is going to just shift pretty damn quickly. And then you've also got to think that the progressive nature of, if he's joining Starfleet as well and to a captain rank, he's going to be dedicated, and maybe because his family is part human, part Tholian, part Tellarite, part Endosian, part Gorn, part Breen. He likes Starfleet, the concept,
I saw a post yesterday that made me laugh, because it's like, we don't like the new Ferengi in the Discovery trailer. Oh, but you recognize him as a Ferengi? Your move. You obviously know that it's a Ferengi, so it's close enough to a Ferengi that. Watch this. It's not even a Ferengi. The only thing that really says Ferengi to me in this image is the nose, the ridges on the nose. Other than that, it could be a new species. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to change it more than 10% to not be a Ferengi. Like, to do a little bit of photoshopping, and it wouldn't be. But that's why I think it's a.
Yeah, somebody did. Somebody photoshopped the ears, and that was it, and it made it look so much more like a Ferengi.
Yeah, this one's on purpose for sure, because they know, and I mean I know they keep falling into the traps, but they are doing better. We got the Orions were great. They're getting better, but yeah, the reactionary note doesn't work when it's like this would be appalling in Picard, right?
Yes.
Like, oh my God, what are you doing? And obviously in Stranger Worlds, I mean, anything else, So I'm hoping beyond hope that we see a classic Ferengi as well, that we can evolve the, see a bit of everything. Which makes them more of a character.
Trace says there was at least one species mentioned in DS9 that were a distant cousin of the Ferengi. I wonder if that's what we are seeing. There's a distinct possibility. So we just don't know yet. So it's also one of those things. It might be just a pan of reactions from the captains around the table, and we're not going to get an explanation. It's just going to be like, here he is on screen for a second.
We spent $130,000 on makeup. Yeah, which is exactly what happened for the Cardassian captain in season 2. Here's a Cardassian. Oh, bye. But it looked great. It looked great. No, okay.
Let's see. Eugene throws in 250 rubles, so thank you. I recognize the Ferengi only from lobes. Yeah, I recognize the nose is what it says Ferengi to me. Like, the ears look too bat-like to be Ferengi to me, but yeah.
No, I'm. It's not a good-looking Ferengi, but you're allowed to be at this point.
Could be a genetic mutation, could be a birth defect, and y'all are making fun of them, and you should all be canceled. It's very rude.
Shouldn't the art director then do that? Get cancelled because they intentionally made a,
No, exclusivity. Just because he's a disabled Ferengi doesn't mean he can't be a captain. Come on now.
No, but yeah, they put in there.
I know what you're trying to say. But you can't make everybody like. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, in Starfleet, you would pick those that are capable. It's a military. You don't pick.
Yeah, but saying disabled people aren't.
No, I'm saying capable. Blind people are given vision, and people that can't feel are given tactile things, and Okay. So the poll, 107 votes, very spread out, which I'm actually kind of pleased about. I'll be honest. And so I appreciate our more balanced audience. 15% love it, 25% like it, 30% it's meh, and 30% bad. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm actually surprised at the amount of like and loves it, to be honest.
Yep, me too.
But yeah, I mean, I expected the bad to be way higher, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I'm certainly in between like and meh, and just like Prodigy, I want explanation.
Which I don't think we're gonna get. I'm betting on that right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there we go. There we go. And check out tomorrow. We didn't give the whole spiel. There's more tomorrow. But then we get another. A lot more. Yeah. We get another great shot. Now this is when they start giving the discussion of what the thing is. I feel like you see a Cardassian over there. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely the briefing with Stamets and Burnham at the center. About billions dying. And I love how the graphic where the anomaly comes in towards the planet is sped up, because there's a guy in the background going like, watch it. Once you notice him, he's just like, well, that's...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in this shot, you can see the Ferengi guy and the Cardassian guy. And the Cardassians still look great. Yeah, I did like this shot, though, a lot. The anomaly, how it was breaking apart, was a really cool graphic. Very visual. The next one, you see Morn's people in Starfleet. Yay, they got in Starfleet too. Although he's wearing the not full uniform, because that's the... It's not the same fabric as the other uniform, the grey. Maybe it's like an off-duty variant. I don't know. But Morn's race looking great, apart from bald, because they're not all bald. But And what does Saru say? Because he has one line here.
Oh, good God. Hold on. Like way behind in the trailer. Till we understand the anomaly well enough. But to predict its path. Billions of more lives will be at risk.
Which is a really odd statement. How could they not know its path? Does that mean it appears and disappears? Because that surely they could track it. I mean, you know, the Nexus was easily trackable. What do you think? Because that, if it can't even track it, that's a hell of a more dangerous anomaly.
It's a strange gravitational anomaly. It's strange and it's anomalous, and it's gravitationally being pulled in different directions, and it's pretty unpredictable. Would be my guess.
Okay.
Don't know.
Which would certainly create an interesting situation, a time crunch. It could attack. It could destroy any member world at any time.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah. And again, you've got to find a reason to make the Discovery special. If the Discovery is ownership of the Spore Drive, it can respond in seconds. Then
if it's just popping up randomly,
yeah, which is kind of nice. Like the Discovery isn't capable of dealing with it conceptually because the ship's not advanced enough. Because while it got refitted, it's not like you can't refit something to be as good as a current ship because you're refitting on old materials. I mean, look at the bridge. But I kind of like the idea that it's a scout. It's able to play into we're the response craft. And maybe maybe we'll have a scene or an episode where they're like rescuing a planet or a space station or something. Would be quite nice. But yeah, it's interesting if it just appears, because there was that not the situation for the graviton eclipse thing that was mentioned in Voyager? I think that thing did just appear and disappear into subspace. Yeah.
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was. That's why when Tom got lost, he was like, "I might actually be dead now. This might be the end of me."
197 people here though, with 173 likes. We're almost at that 175 goal. So hit that like button, guys. Let's try to get to 200 now. And General Grievous throws in $2 and says, "I dubbed the new Ferengi Nog Feratu."
That's pretty good.
That's hilarious, man.
That's a good one.
I like it.
He can kill Jedi and funny at the same time. One man of many talents, or robot of many talents, or hybrid of many talents. And also, he needs a lozenge. Always needs a lozenge.
Yeah, and then get another shot of the briefing room, and yeah, you can see the Ferengi guy there, and Cardassian, and Stamets's bald spot. What? It's very Nick Cook of him. No offense to Nick Cook.
Moving on. I mean, Tilly helping people out of what is not the Discovery. So they're rescuing some people from in place. And given they're not the standard uniforms, because they're just the wrong fabric, so they're rescuing some people, which is good.
And the one guy looks like he's straight out of the Star Wars cantina.
Yep.
That's walking by her.
Yep.
Looks like he should be hanging out with Hammerhead, playing poker.
100%. And then you got a bridge shot. What?
That's a bridge shot. I thought that was a cathedral. Oh, it is the bridge, yeah.
And I thought she was in a different chair for a second, but she's so reserved in the chair. It's weird. Maybe it's like her first mission or something.
She's also so diminutive. Like the captain's chair doesn't stand out on this ship at all. It's just like, where's the captain? Oh.
But speaking of the next sequence, and this you'll need to definitely read because it's the present Federation knocking Burnham down a peg, which is needed.
Leadership is about balance. Your acts of bravery are huge swings of the pendulum. And there is a very fine line between a pendulum and a wrecking ball.
That's a really well said analogy.
It's a backhanded compliment, though. Because it's like, yeah, your acts of bravery, are really... But, yeah, at the same time. Yeah.
No, that was a really good statement, and it's just this actor, this lady, just really impresses me with the civil power she gives off. Like, she's a politician first, but she understands social science, and she's there to help, but she still has that security of you know, I mean, who would want to be president of the Federation during the burn or post-burn, really? It's not a fun job where nothing you can do is going to be right because someone always needs you and you can't get to them, and every planet judges you. It's a terrible job. So she must have some real cojones to get the job. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, like I said, she's a great actress. She's been in Hell on Wheels and Man in the High Castle, and I really enjoyed her performances in those. So I'm excited to see her in Discovery for sure. So
I also really like the simplicity of having the villains of one of the Trek shows, a la Cardassians, one of their descendants now being the President of the Federation. That's a great, simple sign. Never need to say it in the show, but yeah, they got all the way to the top. Good job. Gul Dukat would be spinning in his Par-Wraith fire bath.
And now that she's president, now she shows her true colors, and the Cardassians shall rise again. Dun, dun, dun.
In the name
I am
of
a
Dukat.
Par-Wraith. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark
Dukat
Lamos just walks
possesses her.
in. I'm back, bitches! The Par-Wraith sent me into the future. It's like, well, that's a twist. My God.
And no Adami.
It would be amazing if the Par-Wraiths caused the anomaly.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
No, okay, be
Moving
honest.
on.
You and the audience, how do you feel about that? Because that's in the canon. The evil prophets.
I really appreciate the fact that they understood what a Par-Wraith was enough to include it.
But do they, though? Because why would a Par-Wraith create an anomaly that kills civilian targets, in essence? Is that understanding? Is that just they're a big bad, they must go boom boom? Funny, though.
Captain Chili Bina puts in $5.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to see this Federation president actress. She's delightful and an amazing addition to the cast. Plus, more Hell on Wheels reunion. Amen. I thought the same thing. Plus, she's sexy, actually. She's in Man in the High Castle. Oh, man.
But
anyway.
Now she's an alien. Is that appeal raised for you? Is the ridges giving you a ridge on?
What?
What?
No, I didn't. I'm moving on now. General Grievous throws in $2. She looks like she could pull off a young Kaiwin. Oh, absolutely, she could. God damn, that you said that. Now she's really unattractive to me now.
Well, she's start part Bajoran. But then you get a shootout in a forest with the other uniform, which is unfortunately too hard to tell in this one. But Book and her go on a mission together. I'm assuming it's to his planet.
It looks familiar. I'm getting sick of seeing these planets because this one looks familiar. It looks like one of the ones we saw in season 3, and it's like I don't know. Just something about this scene really bothered me. More running and trees getting hit by blaster fire like when they escaped the one time, and stop, please.
Well, it feels like this is stock footage from season 3.
It does. It absolutely does.
Because there is stock footage from season 3 in this, it's hard to tell, but
it's just all been recolored.
Yeah.
Just so we didn't notice.
But I think this will be a Quajon. See, we do listen to it. A Quajon sequence. Although I'm pleased that, and this is obviously a fully pandemic filmed show. This is full pandemic, so it's nice to see going out and about. But I assume they use the LED wall for a lot more and kind of rely on it as like Mandalorian. They don't ever go outside. That's one of the gimmicks. Like ice landscape, nah. What? Yeah, we just made it in the lab. It's like what? But the fact that this is clearly real set is like, okay, we're still gonna get some classic stuff. I be sad for just going on location to be dead as a concept. Not worried.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much they're using that digital set. I couldn't really see much of it in this trailer. But then again, that's the point. You're not supposed to be able to notice. So.
Yep.
Kyle Wong though throws in £4.50.
Oh, you're crazy, man. Thank you.
Using the spore drive creates the wired space anomaly, or the ship and crew in the future creates the anomaly. Oh, you mean what? Weird, not wired. Okay. Oh. So using the spore drive creates the weird space anomaly, or the ship and crew in the future creates the anomaly. Well, you think them going to the future is what caused this? And the only solution is for them to go back?
Well, that'd be a twist.
What the twist?
Oh, we keep actually going back into the Picard era, and now we have the official crossover. And because Lower Decks exists, then they have to use a California class at some point, and you get the Lower Decks crew. And they have holographic Pike. Because
And they look up Pike and talk to him.
Patrick's like, Christopher Pike, Captain Enterprise. And Burnham's like, yeah, I knew him. Well, did you know he this? Yeah, I knew. Oh, okay. I guess because you were there, weren't you? Yeah, I was.
Furious Fawns throws in $5.
Thank you.
It says, well, Hell on Wheels reunion. How about a hologram of Miles O'Brien from his teaching gig at the Academy after DS9? He's the most important man in Starfleet. So, yeah, he should be somewhere.
We've seen a Spock in one form or another. Yeah, bring in old cast. In the future, they all exist. They all are not alive. I mean, they're all around in the computer. And
Jose's like, this live stream is just torturing the captain with hypotheticals.
Yes! I'm trying to make these things make sense, Stuart. You know that's what I do.
I know.
I think in, out, and around the box. Because I want to be right sometimes. But then we get... Yeah,
first time for everything.
This is a...
Oh, this is where Tilly's like, we're going to ignore that warning, aren't we? Absolutely.
I thought that was fun. I like the...
What is the warning, though? Is there something...
It's the anomaly, but it's trying to make us think it's the anomaly. I don't think it's something else. I think they're on bookship. I don't know. It's something abstract. But you missed a really important shot, though. Which I actually...
Oh, did I?
Yeah. They've got a new Starfleet headquarters.
Oh, I thought that was a reused shot from season 2.
Nope, this is actually a brand new one. So so this is not the same base. They're out of the anomaly because you can see space around them. A lot of ships. The thing is now this massive elaborate cradle thing, and they've got these outer bar things. That's freaking beautiful as a weird white, like it looks like Gandalf's staff, Gandalf the White. But that's a phenomenal, like, because you can see the original thing in the middle. That's them saying, right, we're able to finally get this thing back up and running. Now with the centre of government again, they move back. You know, the middle ring is now politicians. The outer things are defense shield platforms.
Or are they like construction platforms they're still building? So it's going to become the Death Star at some point.
Just keep expanding as a circle, yeah. But how cool
that's the fusion core.
But how cool does that look as a Starfleet Academy, a Starfleet Headquarters version 2? Bigger, better, and uncut.
It looks cool. It looks very cool, yeah. No, Ozzy, you keep saying red arm alerts. It's red alarm.
Red alarm.
Yeah. Red alarm. Red alarm.
That was a great shot. And you can see the ships as well. Okay. No, I'm really excited for this. This is this is makes me happy because we want to see space stuff.
Yeah. Captain Chili Bina shows in $2.
Thank you.
Speaking of Hell on Wheels, here's hoping Common shows up. I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to show up at some point. We already had a few from season 3 that were there, so just the Swede, he can't show up. Goddamn Swede, can't kill him. He just keeps coming back.
Now, do you think they know they're doing a reunion season, or is that just?
I don't know.
Or it's all just Canadian.
I don't think it's Canadian. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe I don't know where Hell on Wheels was filmed. Hell on Wheels was filmed. But...
Yeah, all those Canadian deserts.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have deserts? I don't think you do.
Yeah, we do in Alberta. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
We have ice deserts.
Well, no. We also have like flatlands, which are basically deserts. A little bit of grass here and there, but not really hot per se. But in the summer they can be. Anyway, moving on.
Well, I like how I learned some geography. Technically, you can get ice deserts because desert is not to do with heat; it's to do with amount of vegetation. So you can get ice deserts that just.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spock makes that distinction at one point. That space is essentially desert because it's devoid of life. But anyway, General Grievous puts in $2.
Thank you.
Bigger, better, and uncut. Sam Cockings, 2021.
It's the name of some things. Not things we can talk about on live stream, but it's a gag joke. But yes, they meet Jet Reno in uniform.
They don't meet her. They say they're going to ignore the threat, and then she's like, yeah, I've lived a good life. Anyway. So yeah. So she's doing something she doesn't want to do, but then her sarcasm, that line can be taken so out of context and has nothing to do with any kind of threat that they're going into. It's just like a everything's gonna kill us. I got a bad feeling about this, as Han would say, or as Rat Trap would say in Beast Wars. We're all gonna die. He says that all the time. So
yeah, and I have minimal feelings about this. We'll see if she's better this season. I like season
I think she's great.
I know you do, but she's not my cup of tea so much. So,
Sci-Fi Nation throws in $5.
Good to see you.
I'm not mad about the new Ferengi, but it looks like Ferengi mated with a Night Sider from Andromeda. Keep on rocking, Trekyards. Well, it looks more like they mated with a actual Reman from Star Trek, and that could definitely be the case. So,
need another ship shot with the fleet, and they're definitely not shy of showing all of the future ships.
and finally,
Well, yeah,
they've released them all in a book.
yeah, and on Star Trek Online, yeah. We're not going to show you them in the show over 10 episodes, but in everything else. But yes, they spore drive. No ifs or buts about it.
Then we get the Kawat Malat again.
Yes.
With the hopeless cause, so she can help her daughter again because they're all going to die.
Well,
and even Tilly's got a sword, so...
Yeah, Tilly's not... Do you remember how she was completely useless in a fight that one time? Hopefully she's there for science and not anything fighty. Although, to be fair, they have a slightly different design to the one the Kawat Malat lady's wearing, so maybe they're like a transport inhibitor.
Maybe they're umbrellas.
Or that.
Miguel Moretta throws in $5.
What a curveball comment.
I thought Jet had a rank. She does. She's chief engineer.
Well, she may be
another
now.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. She has no rank. Oh, that is weird. That is weird.
Huh.
Huh.
That is weird. Yeah, didn't notice that.
Nice.
Good call.
Good,
Thank you,
good job.
Miguel.
Now, where do you think they are? Because it's clearly a big CGI environment. And what?
Don't care.
Okay.
Honestly, this reminds me of season 3 where they find the Kelpian kid.
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%.
That's exactly what I saw when I'm like, oh. So the forest and this, they're not different enough landscapes from what we saw in season 3 to be impressive to me. I think that's one of the reasons it was so lackluster for me, because this just looks like the same kind of rubble and debris. Where could it be? I don't know. I have no guess.
I think Tilly might be the number one character, but like maybe not necessarily in rank, but in terms of Burnham's using her experience, and so when there's a mission to go on, she calls upon her to do some science on it. But this is a side quest level, you know, we have to go find this thing. I'm thinking maybe an old Vulcan temple on an alien planet. Like a long since lost temple, or Romulan, you know, of that. I mean, would be fine. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, based on the colorations, etc. But yeah, it looks very CG and almost looks like the mycelial forest, just not glowing, which is season 1 and 2 trope.
Yeah.
And then you have someone dying, which to me looks to be
Jet.
Oh no,
I thought it was Jet at first, but now that I'm looking at the still,
it's the guy from the guy we love. Give a promotion to the guy, Indian guy.
Bryce.
No, the season 1, the start of season 3 guy, whatever his name was, like Zahal, whatever his name was. The guy they left on the station, and then he's at the end.
Oh no! Hashtag.
Yeah, Justice for Zahil. Thank you.
That's not him, though.
Well, because his rank, he has a similar-ish skin tone. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I'm thinking
it's not him. I can tell you right now, it's not him. His nose isn't the right shape.
His haircut's similar. Although they're on bookship, which is weird. But if they kill Zahil, like that's a blow to the, you know, bastards. Can I just say that, bastards? But as soon as I thought they're killing Zahil, because there's such a deliberate point of showing him.
It looks more like Bryce than him, in my opinion. But it's weird. He's wearing gloves.
Yeah, it is. Fingerless gloves. Yeah, and also because he's also in the season. He's in the station uniform, which Zahil was in at the end of last season.
I was gonna say, yeah. What's with the uniform? It's not a regular uniform. It's the station one. So.
But do you think I thought they're on bookship based on the way it's laid out. But maybe they're just on the station. It gets attacked by the anomaly. But yeah, I thought, what do you guys think? That was my instant gut reaction. I was quite actually sad by it. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a heel or some guy we'll see?
Yeah, I would tell you 1,000% it's not him. So
Okay.
you can rest easy, Samuel.
I will. But let's close out the poll. Since we're long past our Ferengi. What do you think of the new Ferengi? 14% love it. 26% like it. The now predominant 34% it's meh. And 27% bad. Your closing thoughts on that?
Still more likes and loves it than I thought there would be. So, and at least the bad isn't higher than the meh. I expected the bad to be like, yeah, we hate it, like 70% kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I think it's a very fair poll, actually.
I wish we could do a poll on our edited videos because I want everybody to watch our video that's coming out tomorrow on the Ferengi and then give their thoughts on it because after we've talked about it.
Well, we can drunk live it if you guys join in on. I'm sure they'll still be controversial on Wednesday. We can jump back to it and have a drunk chat because we're always say different things at drunk live, and we never know what we're going to say.
Then we get an interesting shot of a shuttle bay or something with a hex pattern on the floor.
Yes.
And different uniforms that don't have the asymmetrical Starfleet bullshit on the bottom. And are actually a nice cut. I really like them. But we got Burnham giving them a lecture or something with work bees.
With work bees.
So it is a shuttle bay.
So I've brightened up a lot. And it's actually very easy to brighten. So I'm... Oh, those are actually interesting uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool.
They're cool. They're cool looking.
They're all blue, which is weird. I mean, I'm guessing...
blue and grey.
Well, yeah. I'm guessing it's some sort of commencement speech, since she's in a new dress uniform. I like the fact that she's standing on the new Federation logo. The work bees, they all looked so advanced in Discovery Season 1. Like, they just look like more curvy. Like, I'm sorry, you can't get much credit for them. They just look like more curvy Season 1 work bees. Like,
they look like they have eyes.
Yeah, they're very, whatever. I'm guessing this is an inspiring speech. I still think we see stars out of the top left and right, so this might be a shuttle bay on another ship, which is beamed in to say, "Hello, young ones. I am the past captain from the past, and I've saved the universe 14 times in 6 weeks.
I'm Space Jesus.
I'm the equivalent of Space Jesus, and therefore your people have asked me to give you a speech, and I did, and I take tips at the end." And a little jar goes round saying, "Do you want to give some tips to the Burnham?" I mean, it's nice. It's quite CGE, but it's fine. Now I do quite like the. Oh, sorry.
General Grievous throws in $2. Maybe he heard a Burnham speech and phasered himself.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
Then all these poor people standing here are going to phaser themselves because she's giving them a speech right now.
Different speech, Stuart. Different speech.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to quickly get some water. But this thing, this burning Sauron eye. Discuss.
Sauron. Yeah, this is interesting because when I first saw this shot, I actually thought there was another ship there beside Discovery. It turns out it's just the detached nacelle, which I don't have a problem with detached nacelles. I think it's an interesting idea, but everybody's all up in arms. "Oh, I don't like detached nacelles," and that's fine, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the same anomaly we saw earlier that looked like an eye, even though he just threw me off by saying "Eye of Sauron." But yes, I can definitely see that for sure. I don't know. It just it looks imposing enough, I suppose. But I really don't have much else to say about this, to be honest. So I'm going to pretend like I'm talking right now so that he will think that I'm saying important things. And yeah, it just looks like something that's... looks like there's a planet maybe on the other side of it as well. Well, no, maybe not. It could just be a lens flare thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What?
Oh, yeah. The second shot looks like there's a little planet, but it's just a lens flare thing.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great.
As I said before, right as you left, I thought there were two ships in this shot. The one nacelle was another ship beside Discovery, but it's not. It's just a nacelle.
I can't imagine this is the anomaly. I think it's a red herring because that's totally different to the vibe. And why would it be fire? I think this is a red herring. This is something else. It's cool though. I think that's great. Then we get crew doing crew things. Tilly in science. Everyone else with a shot. Adira in place. Bookship in place.
Yeah, I think this is where Burnham says we're going to go where no one has gone before.
Yes. And this is why we thought, okay, was why you thought it's an anomaly that they're going to travel through a gateway rather than a... Yes, it destroys planets, but maybe it's also a gateway, which is weird, but I mean, a decent twist.
Yeah. Just the way she says it, there's no threat. She's sitting there in her chair and she's like, we're going where no one's gone before.
Yeah.
So I think it could be the end of the season after they deal with this anomaly, find out it's a gateway. It turns out it's a gateway to another galaxy. So season 5 is going to be like exploring a new galaxy. Kind of the vibe that I get.
Yeah, it's sort of bittersweet. It feels very much like the same sort of speech they gave at the end of season 3. We're going to go up to this anomaly and go into the future with our family and ignore all of our family back home and never speak to them again. And it's like, what? For Burnham? What? You've already killed Control. Okay, goodbye. No, it's a bit weird. The only problem with the whole other galaxy idea is that the spore drive can only take them anywhere in the universe. It's completely unlimited travel, so you won't need a doorway to go to another part of the universe. It's not how spore drive works. It's in instant travel anywhere.
General Grievous, $2. The Eye of Gowron.
Glory to you and your spore drive.
We got Adira or a bookship. Looks like it's trailing something or pulling something.
Pulling something, yeah. There you go. Then you get Quatmolat fighting thing. That's from the episode. Then you get Saru in a Kelpian room doing Kelpian magic in a Kelpian thing. You like the Kelpian, Stuart? What do you think of a Kelpian space room galaxy? Presumably... Oh, I bet we're going to get like a Spock moment where he sensed Vija. And Saru's going to be there on Kelpia. He's going to, he's the one that finds it and says, "My brothers, I found a thing. I need to, go back to Starfleet."
Speaks to me.
Yeah, it says, "Do you sense fear?" You're like, that was season 1. Go away. I mean, it's a cool art design. I like the petal feel on the floor. I think it's quite cool.
And the writing, the writing in the ring, very Lord of the Rings like, honestly.
And also eye again. You got the ring, you got the ring, you got the pupil, all eye visually. But it looks good. We're gonna see a lot more Kelpians, I guess. Cool.
Why'd you say I like Kelpians? I don't like Kelpians.
Well, you like Saru a lot.
Well, I like his art design, and Doug Jones is awesome, but doesn't mean I like the Kelpians. But
you've often praised Saru.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's an interesting enough character, but
see,
I don't know. I have no thoughts, honestly. It's just he's teaching. I don't know what he's doing. Goddamn. Samuel. What interests me more is this next shot of whatever this is dead on the floor.
Yeah.
Which is the Kawat Malat temple area. As you can, there's rubble. She's wearing the sword and stuff on her back, so.
And this is stuff you can't see unless you brighten it up.
Yes.
And that looks like they've put the blanket there. Because it looks fresh, so it's been killed, and then Michael's going to find it. Okay, maybe that's one of the aliens they've come to find. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to go on, so how could we know? But she's fighting somebody in the next shot.
Well, this one more thing about this thing on the ground. Okay. The shot is so quick.
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't catch it till like the fourth time I saw the video, and it's like, what the hell was that? Because it's just so quick. Yeah. So I don't think we're really meant to. I thought, was that a Gorn or something? Like, what is that? I'm glad we got this still frame.
It might be a Gorn. You've seen Discovery's redesigns.
Gorn redesign.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
It looks like a Gorn that mated with a Hirogen. Got kind of Hirogen coloring on it.
And a Bajoran, because everyone makes a Bajoran apparently.
Well, that's because they're weak.
Oh.
Oh, harsh. I'm just kidding.
Every race likes the fashion, Bajoran fashion. Are you having fun, guys?
Somebody had a great idea for a shirt for us, by the way.
Okay.
You know, our lower decks avatar of ourselves, but of me, angry like Shax was in that last episode.
Right.
With the bloodshot eyes. And all it says is, fighting Kurtzman is a full-time job. Should be a new Trekyards shirt.
Or, no, yes, but or do an animated version of Kurtzman saying fighting cannon is a full-time job.
Oh no, I wouldn't wear that.
Just send one of those to his house. He's like, what?
Ooh. Ignoring cannon is a full-time job.
And then he sends back signed. He's like,
what's his?
Yup, signed.
Thank you for your interest in Star Trek. Here you go. I have signed your shirt because he was an idiot. Captain Chili Bean, $5. Taking bets on number of lines Bryson Reese
don't.
Odds favor 0. More than 2 is a long shot. I'll get Detmer character development no one else wants instead. Oh, we'll get, yeah, we will get. I mean, some people like Detmer, so I don't know why or who, but some people do.
Okay, now I'm doing a
That's
poll.
fair.
You've asked for that.
Detmer poll coming up. Ugh. So yeah, I think we should do a picture of me really angry with bloodshot eyes with fighting Kurtzman as a full-time job. That's hilarious. I would wear that. I would wear that shirt for sure.
So, who's Michael Burnham's mum's fighting the next shot?
Don't know. Somebody with another Kuwait Malat by the looks of it. Not training Tilly or anything, that's for sure. That being said, the dead thing on the ground is covered by a blue robe, much like they're both wearing. So, I don't know. Not going anywhere.
You know what it is? You know what it's going to be? It's going to be when a Quatmalat went rogue and the mums asked for their help. And that's the payoff. And maybe they've come to kill this alien creature or harvest it. So they're fighting a long loss, and that's going to be some secondary thing, blah, blah, blah. That's going to happen. And then you get a Burnham and Book in a weird brick-looking room.
It looks Egyptian.
Yeah, but with like Discovery art design at the back, and it gets blown up. It's like a playground. It's very strange. The next shot is
next shot, it's like there's a chain hanging from the ceiling and a bed. It looks like a kind of a torture.
Oh, it is. It is a bed. It is a prison. Oh, that's good. I mean, that makes sense. Just have them be force-fielded prison cells. That's good. Yeah. Wow. Hey, good one. I'll be interested. Quite like that. And social distanced. Which they would have to think of it occasionally in the filming. That's cool. Yeah, I look forward to that. Then you get Book's son, probably, or young Book, or
his brother,
or his brother.
Flashback, like a memory or some shit.
Well, they're wearing the same exact jacket, so cool.
You get a scene that I don't give a shit about.
Yep.
No matter what context it's in, basically, is what you're saying. Okay, good.
But then you get a different tactical jacket with Tilly, because her Delta has a Delta.
It's got the swoop bit through it, though.
Swoop through it, yeah. And a hood, for some reason. And this one's... There's plastic as well.
Yeah, and she's hanging out with Adira.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's an easier picture to see when we're doing. I guess this is the snow version. US.
They both look bad in these uniforms, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was some other people with red jackets on.
Are they the ones shooting in a few scenes? Well, we can see one alien in a minute, and it's I don't know, in a red uniform. So they're helping some civilians of some kind.
Yeah,
and they are the shoot. Yeah, so they are the shooters. So later on, you see that all four of them shooting with it, or three of them in Adira. One's a human, one's alien, one's another lady. And they're pewing in the snow. That's weird. They've all matching boots though. That's weird. Anyway.
We got a crazy Starfleet captain, I guess, that goes rogue and starts fighting people. I don't know what this is all about, actually, because later we see a more...
Oh, yeah.
Another bridge shot where you see USS something.
Oh.
And we see Book in the spore drive room.
Yep.
Screaming, so that's not good.
Not great. And you get random man who Saru's fighting or some such, yelling at him.
Sergeant Montgomery, $2. Is the anomaly an AI, the AI from Picard crossover? Maybe it could be, actually. Because when it closed up, maybe it got sent somewhere. And... yeah.
I mean...
Ooh. Well, then we get a very angry-looking Romulan, or Vulcan, Kuat Malat lady. And a dude that's yelling with a tattoo on his forehead.
Oh, yeah. Looks to be in the spore chamber. I'd better location. Yeah, and Quatmalat lady fighting inside Book's ship. Another Romulan. And then you get a really cool shot where the entire crew is on wires and they get thrown up into the...
Yeah, somebody on my live last night thought it was gravity plating, like zero gravity. I'm like, no. Just a slow motion shot of like a big hit.
Real big hit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great looking weird thing. And it's interesting how you have mostly yellow operations, then you have the two blue on the right. Like it's very segregated where the colours are. You can now see where the different divisions work. It's all whatever. And again, massive set.
Yeah.
Then you get Grey, who's crying, who's trilling it up.
Yeah.
Then you get Kovic.
Cool. Yeah, and Hugh says to him, "We got to find a way to stop it." Essentially.
And that's not the same thing. That's a whole different subplot, obviously. Something else. And you have Federation dude fighting quite a lot on Discovery, probably. Oh no, you said a different. No, yeah, USSC. Oh.
Yeah, Hugh says something.
What?
But the 5, this is sort of the same font as like well, the 5 is the same font as from the movie era, which is nice.
Yeah, maybe this is the...
Actually, it's USSC.
Yeah, USSC.
Slash something.
No, it's the Vulcan ships kept the USS but added a C on it. And this to me looks like the second Quatmalat in the background, behind the little red device. I'm thinking this is the lady that might be chasing after who went rogue and she's attacking a Federation station and grabbing something. That's my guess here. Because it's not Discovery. Like, the vibe wipe's different. Although, it doesn't look 32nd century either. Art design. That's the problem making Discovery like the future. This is like Discovery, but if it's 32nd century, then you failed the art design because they're both interchangeable.
Yeah. General Grievous throws in $2 and says, "Look, it's Ted Danson."
So guys, keep voting on the poll. We'll end at 100. Would be great to see as well. As we're starting to close out, so you've got Stamets in the spore chamber. You've got the destruction of the shuttle bay again, with a great looking...
With Hugh's uniform looks fantastic. I love the white with the black stripe.
It's very nice.
We got another space jump thing. God damn.
This was some nice CG. Thruster pack suit thing. Feels to me like a
Looks
tanker
like
from BSG. Huh.
Yeah, it looks like it's out of Into Darkness.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. God, as soon as you say stuff like that.
We got the Kuat Malat running amok on Book's ship.
Yep. It's not going to be good, Stuart. They're going to do some bad things.
And then Oa fighting.
Yep.
Like, is she fighting for her life, or is this a holodeck simulation?
Well, no, she's in a wrestling ring. She's on.
I know, but
it's kind of funny though. She has to have a division color on her off-duty training uniform. I guess that'll be her character development this season. She almost died last season, not breathing, and now she's got PTSD like the other lady had, and now she's like, I gotta fight my vengeance out. Oh, and didn't you know I was a kickboxer in high school? It's like...
For sure.
Of course. But it was something for her to do. That's nice. That's good. And Book's ship goes kablooey. God damn, that's kablooey.
Mm-hmm. And Tilly looks like shocked, and there's like a dog boy behind her.
And then Discovery goes absolutely blue as well. It's one of the things for the last trailer. Risking everything.
Does it just
sort of
me,
vibe.
or does that look like it came from season 2 with the Red Angel thing?
Yep.
Sitting in the captain's seat. Like, come on.
Very similar art design. Because the Red Angel suit would be perfect for 32nd century. If only it wasn't designed in the 22nd.
Eugene, 250 rubles. Looks like they've failed at stacking crates in the shuttle. Yep.
I mean, when you don't do it right, things happen. Like
fact.
massive explosions. Well, actually, that could happen sometimes, I guess. Oops.
Dira and Gray.
I do it looks good in science.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan of her haircut, honestly, but...
No. I like the... I hope we'll get more of a... Because we can see a little stuffed animal and the instrument. Hopefully we're going to get more previous Trill life events. I know we've kind of... Originally, they couldn't have those memories, and they had access to them, but didn't change personality whatsoever, so clearly didn't have access to them. So I wonder if that stuff's going to seep in more, and we're going to get more of a diverse characterization rather than just... It's a Dira still, because a Dira shouldn't be a Dira unless... but yeah, in uniform in science. And then we get a warp, I guess, sort of. It's their warp.
Yeah, well, it's book ship arriving at a planet that the Quatmalat thing's going on at, so the rebel planet.
Oh, it's just a moon. Good looking moon.
Looks like a moon.
Looks like the Genesis planet moon, like the one it tested on.
Genesis?
Yes, Genesis. How can you hear me with goatees like that?
Genesis allowed is not. Is planet forbidden. Right, stop.
And look, there's the second Quatmalot lady, so I'm guessing that's like Mother Superior, and she goes crazy and they fight. There is two there. And I wonder what they had to say to let them get the ship. Although actually, no, you can see a planet in the window and a moon as well. Oh, okay. Kind of nice.
And then we get probably the dress uniform,
Yes.
which looks like she's a priest.
Yep.
I like the color. Need to see more of the uniform, though. So,
Is it just me, or does she look really young in this shot?
no, she does. She does look young, yeah.
I don't know why. Just the tone of it all. I don't know. But this is her in the hexagon room giving a speech. But she looks good. Yeah. Could do some rank pips somewhere, but yeah.
Then we get another quarry.
Canadian
Somewhere.
quarry. The pew pews with a team.
Pew pews.
Then we get.
Saru's hands.
Are they Saru's hands?
Yeah, they're Kelpian hands. Yeah.
See, I said you like Kelpians.
Oh my god. You can tell they're Kelpians. Look at the nails, dude. Pay
Look
attention.
at the Nate. Oh, I guess. And this is absolutely going to be the Vulcan lady. I think they're going to form a connection this season, like a bigger one, because this is when you can see that you can see them on the LED wall. There's the LED wall, Stuart. 2 shots later. But that's Burnham though, which is unhelpful. But they're at Vulcan. It makes sense of Burnham to go back to Vulcan to see the planet that she lived on for a few years. And obviously, I really like.
I hope those are dress uniforms, and I hope they were wearing the badges, the comm badges, because you can't see it because of her hair.
Yeah.
Maybe it is there. But I really like the president's outfit there.
That's so ceremonial, my god.
Yeah.
And I bet you there's some influence from some Cardassian something there. But that's cool.
Well, that thing on her shoulder, the silver thing, looks a lot like a snake skeleton.
It's a Goa'uld.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I actually thought that because it looks exactly like that. Yeah.
And this, I'm guessing this will be one of the first scenes of the first episode. This big, because the LED wall, I mean, you can be on 4 planets in 4 hours, just change the foregrounds. This is Saru and Burnham finally join the Federation, and it's a really lovely moment. And hopefully this isn't a payoff. It's just a moment that happens early on, so we can kind of go straight into it, like we had in season 1, where she's in her shuttle, never before seen later, that she has all of a sudden, going places, doing things. Really hope that does.
Well, we're almost done here, guys. 100 87 people watching, 209 likes. Let's get up to 220 likes. Another 11 would be great. And another 50 would be awesome if possible.
Yeah, we're right there.
A couple 5s and 10s if possible, guys, would be amazing. So,
and we can do a scoring at the end like we tend to do, and Stuart will read out the score out of 10 for the trailer, and I'll read out the non-super chat. So a couple of 5s would be amazing. But we get a lovely shot of Discovery A. Looks good. We get the other dress uniform, the leather uniform, which is what she wears on the maybe Quojon planet. Okay. Nice, I guess.
I love Saru's uniform. It is a captain's uniform. It's got the black things on the shoulders, and it's got the pips, and also the Kelpian. I love that on the black. That's a nice added touch for sure.
It's kelp with the two hands of the Ba'ul and the Kelpians coming together in a sun of kelp, as in sunlight of kelp. Yeah, no, it looks good. But I'm happy and doing the thing walks away, and we get actiony music at the end, sort of like vibing. Discovery Season 4, November 18th. Oh my god, that's so soon. Oh my god. And there we have it, guys. The Season 4 trailer 2. We did learn lots more, we did see lots more, and yet we still know nothing.
Yes.
It
should be pointed out that even though Saru is a captain, he does say yes, captain to her. So she's still captain of the Discovery. He's not coming back to replace her. He's just a captain still. So
yes.
See you later, Donnie. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, that's it. The second full Discovery Season 4 trailer. It's going to be here sooner than we know, November 18th. So, whew. Peter Lakako, $10. Great review. I'm a little more optimistic now. That's good. See, that's amazing. Thank you for saying that. Not everybody notices these little details in these things, so doing the frame by frame is very important. So,
have a good discussion, good debate, and we definitely give them the credit when they deserve it. And a lot of interesting things, but still a lot of confusing things.
Mm-hmm. And General Grievous throws in $2. We still know nothing. Official motto of Discovery.
Okay, so I want to do an out of 10 rating. So what should I do? There's 4 options. How do I do them? If it's something like 10 to 9, how should I do the scoring?
I've done that before. Do you want me to do it?
Oh yeah, I did it once. And you said there's a better way of doing it, so I'll let you.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, and my closing while you do that. It's fine. There's definitely a few teasers here, but there's a lot of repeating visuals. I'm hoping it's just the first part of the first season, and we'll see. I mean, it's coming soon. There's not much time to kind of deduce and wait. But let's be honest, we'd rather have wait and see and, embrace as it comes than spoiling everything. So, I'm fine with more confusion and but we've already got one more Lower Decks right around the corner. Prodigy with some Chakotay news, which will be out on Wednesday. Yep, Wednesday. And then this will right around the corner. We're back into the future and the present. Delta Quadrant, my god, so much Star Trek. You guys know where you're going to be every single Friday for the next 10 years, don't you? Discovery Season 14. That'll be a thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember how I did it before, but that'll work.
Okay.
There's a poll there now. So.
Okay. So vote on the poll, guys, and put your super chat scores for what you think of the trailer. Stuart will read this out. If we can get on we're only at $40, guys. 40. It's only 8 5s or a couple of whatevers. And super chats, sniping is always appreciated. Let us know your scores. Stuart, what would you give the trailer? Now I'm making you give scores on trailers because
now that we've watched, actually dissected it, it's a little bit more than I expected, but
absolutely,
still the feel of watching it just is like ugh. I would probably give this a 3.5 out of 10 for a trailer. at least for grabbing someone's attention as a trailer should and making them excited to watch, it's definitely a 3.5 out of 10 for me. So there you go. How about you?
5.7. 5.7.
Wow.
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
At least there isn't some big bad Dakuvama Klingon looking even worse somehow, saying, "Yes, the Federation is the worst thing ever. Look at my ship; it's bigger than all of your ships." And it spores out, and like, oh god, how do you have spore drive? And then Vance gets killed in the trailer. "I've killed your commanders. Now I will take my revenge on the rest of you." And Burnham's like, "No." That's all she has to say, and he stops because she's very powerful. At least it's not that, Stuart.
Yeah, screaming no, and then be like, "You can't do that. That's not the way things work around here." The whisper talk, and then crying. No. Miguel Moretta, $5.
Thank you.
I don't see any pips on Lieutenant Reese's collar board either. Maybe they CGI in the pips later, and they forgot to do it.
Very possible. They forgot with Pike's uniform. They had to digitally put in rank braids, and that's like, guys, there's only like 3 elements to a TOS uniform.
That's sad.
But I mean, it's the Discovery team. They're very proud of the stuff they do, but they make lots and lots of silly mistakes.
Ooh, yeah. Ninja Chris says if the uniforms and some other details wouldn't be different, you could almost think this is just recaps from season 1 through 3, to be honest.
That's actually.
Especially her sitting in the captain's seat with that helmet on. It looked very much like the Red Angel.
Yeah.
And just like...
I mean, they should be using Red Angel tech, really. Let's be honest. All that stuff's classified. They got Spore Drive, they got Red Angel tech.
Red Angel Spore Drive tech would be awesome.
Well, yeah.
Like, talk about overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah, if they do that, my Steel Network might get a bit pissy. It's like, come on, we let you do that for a while, and now you're doing what? God damn.
All right, we're at 220 likes. We hit that like goal, guys. That is awesome. But we're looking for another $40, or at least in super chats if possible. So if you guys can, please consider throwing in super chat scores too. Would love to read those out.
Yes.
But there's also the polls, so please go and vote. Eugene throws in 250 rubles. Character on the left, Reese. Question: lines per episode out of 10. That is Bryce, I think. Lines per episode out of 10. He's gonna get 2 lines the entire season. Not even lines. They're gonna be like two or 3 word phrases. He's gonna get 2 of those. So there you go.
I think we're gonna get a lot more, and I'm really crossing those fingers as I have been every single year. See? And that positive.
Keep doing that, man.
And Stuart, pimp out the Drunk Live one more time. And tomorrow's live topic.
Tomorrow's live topic is talking all about the Prodigy news we got, the teaser information about Captain Chakotay. So yes, and the little brief preview clip we got of Janeway. We're going to talk about all that stuff. And so that's tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we're doing our Trekyards 7th anniversary hangout. We're starting 2 hours early. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. in the UK. So if you guys can make it, please come. We'll be drinking, we'll be hanging out, we'll be reminiscing, we'll be talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, having some uniforms and having a good old time. So if you can join us for that Wednesday, that'd be awesome. And Thursday, it's back to work as normal. Goddamn.
Really is. And yet, we're definitely going to be, hopefully, boozing it right up.
Yeah.
Having some fun. I'll probably try and find some classic clips that we haven't seen for a while, etc., because those are always cringy fun. We will see. Yeah.
Area 51 though, $5. So thank you.
Thank you.
They probably thought Reese was just an extra with no lines, so they gave him a simple uniform. Yeah.
Oh.
You're just background bridge crew, right? Who are you? What? Here, wear this.
$18 more, guys. We're right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Peter Lacaco, $5.
Thanks, Peter.
Are we getting an Enterprise this season? I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing the future Enterprise, I guess, but I don't need to. That would just steal the glory away from Discovery, because it becomes the Enterprise show at that point.
Where's the Enterprise? Why was the Enterprise? Is the Enterprise here? Why is the Enterprise not in the battle?
Yeah.
And let's be fair, the Voyager J's already kind of done that. Let's see some Voyager. I mean, they can't not show the Voyager J.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So the trailer, we've got 66 votes. We've got 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10. So 27% of you, almost a third, voted between 1 to 3. So bad. 42% of you, almost half, has voted 4 to 6. So average, above or below. 23% of you, so a quarter, 7 to 9. So you really enjoyed it. And a solid 8% loved the trailer. Loved it. Really interesting. Really interesting.
And Pumpkin Spice says Midnight's Edge was right. They did tear down all the Discovery sets after season 3.
Yes, they're right about many things. But hopefully at some point we'll get a Strange Worlds trailer and we can talk about those many sets. But still, I don't think we're gonna get our last 18. But thank you all. Okay. This has been fun. We've certainly discussed a lot. Hopefully join us tomorrow. And definitely
2-minute trailer, longer than our normal lives.
Wow. There's so many little one-off little bits in this one.
Yeah.
And of course,
so join us all week for the lives and the edited content. Tomorrow is the Ferengi episode. Should be
great. And season finale of Lower Decks. So join in for that on Saturday. That's going to be huge. Season finales always go with a bang. And then, probably not this weekend, next weekend, we'll do a Trekyards retrospective. So you actually get 2 Trekyards at a time. Not our fault they have a season finale and an anniversary at the same time. Hey, not our fault. And that will be the full retrospective of season 2 of Lower Decks. We'll go through the entire season, rewatch it, re-review it, and then compare how we said at the time versus how we said that day with hindsight, etc. That's always a lot of fun. And the Lower Deck one was really, really, really fun last time. And then we'll have Prodigy straight away. So looking forward to that. So Stuart, thanks much for being here. Enjoy Frankie tomorrow.
Yes, and General Grievous snipes in with $1. So thank you very much, General Grievous. Yes. Last super chat slot is a Star Wars character. Good job, guys. Welcome to Trekyards. Not even Fleet Yards episode. Wow. And on that note,
he's Kevin Foley.
I am. And he's Commander Cockings.
I am.
I will see you guys tomorrow.